Welcome to At the Driving Instructors. We are two Grade A DVSA approved driving instructors, and this is Lesson 1. This is what you're going to do on your first driving lesson. This is known as the cockpit drill. We split the cockpit drill into 5 letters to make it easier to remember. They're D, triple S and M. And they stand for doors, seat, steering, seat belt and mirrors. I need to make it clear, although we're both full licence holders, everything is filmed either hands-free or on an off-road location to abide with UK laws of using a handheld device whilst the key is in the ignition. So right now, we're off-road for this clip. We're going to start with the first D in the letters, and that D stands for doors. As the driver, when you're sitting in the driver's seat, you need to make sure that all of the doors are correctly shut. When you look in the wing mirror at the side, you can see if the door lines up. If you take a closer look at the seam, you can now see that it lines up and the door is correctly shut. Next, we're going to move on to the first S, which stands for seat. Your seat needs to enable you to push the left pedal comfortably all the way down to the floor and still have a slight bend in your knee. If you need to adjust the seat, there is a bar underneath that you pull up, and this allows you to pull the seat forwards and backwards if you pull on the steering wheel. Your eye line when you're driving needs to be 70% of the way up the windscreen. Therefore, you may need to adjust the height of the seat as well. This can be found here at the side. As you pump the seat up, you will see the seat rising, and as you push down on that, you will see it lowering. To adjust the back of the seat, there is another lever halfway up the side of the seat. This could be a lever or a wheel, and you push on that lever and then you can lean on the seat to move it forwards and backwards. To know where you need the seat at the back to be, you would need to put your hands on the steering wheel. When your hands are at 10 to 2, there should be a little bend in your elbows. You should be able to get both of your wrists to balance on top of the steering wheel comfortably. Adjust the seat until you can do this. The last part of the seat is the head restraint. This is for safety. There's a rigid part in the middle of the head restraint that you can feel. You need to make sure that this rigid part lines up with the top of your ears and your eyes. If you need to adjust it, feel around or turn around to look for the button on the side that moves the head restraint up and down until you're satisfied. The next S stands for steering. And this is making sure that when your hands are at 10 to 2, the steering wheel is comfortable and you can see the dials. If you can't, you may need to move it. There's a lever underneath the steering wheel that you can pull that then allows you to move the steering column up, down, in and out. Make sure that your arms are comfortable at 10 to 2 and also that the steering wheel isn't hitting on your knee. Then lock it back into position. The last S stands for your seatbelt. You are responsible for your seatbelt and for anyone who is under the age of 14 in your car. To put the seatbelt on, you're going to reach over your shoulder to grab the seatbelt, and then you're going to fasten it into the seatbelt slot. Make sure there are no twists in the belt and it lays flat across your stomach and your chest so it could move freely. To take the seatbelt off, simply press the red button. The M in the cockpit drill stands for mirrors. We're going to start with the interior mirror. You may know it as the rear view mirror. You will have a rear view mirror, as will your instructor. You only need to worry about your rear view mirror. Adjust the rear view mirror using your hand on the side of the mirror. Try not to touch the glass because you will smudge it. You need to be able to see clearly everything through the back windscreen. This is the driver's eye view of the rear view mirror. The rear view mirror is made of flat glass, which means there's a true representation. The side mirrors are made of convex glass, which gives you a wider field of vision, but makes things appear further away. To adjust the mirrors, you may have a section on the door like this, or a button nearer the mirror. In this case, you need to slide that button across to whichever mirror you want to change. We've slid the button over to the right, so we want to change the driver's mirror. Once that button's over, you then need to use the joystick with the arrows on it to move the mirror up, down, in and out. Can you see the glass moving on the wing mirror? Once you're happy that you've got it in the right place, you need to slide the centre button over so we can change the passenger wing mirror. Where my finger is about where we want the back door handle, so you can just see the back of the car. And that's the cockpit drill. Join us next time for other controls in the car and everything driving.